Hey guys, what's up? This is Jerry, and today I'm making a tutorial video. This is going to be kind of how to, for all you guys who do have access to the RS3 beta, this is going to kind of show you how to run that a little bit faster and speed up the loading times. And then also, if you don't have access to that, this can also help speed up your Google Chrome. Alright, so first off, the requirements to do this is you're gonna need about a gigabyte of extra RAM, possibly a little bit more than that. So you're probably gonna need about at least 4 gigabytes of extra of total RAM, and yeah, it's gonna be taking up about 1 gig of RAM. So you won't notice as much of a difference if you have only 4 gigabytes of RAM, because you're gonna be trading one lag source for another kind of. But I think it is still a little bit faster to do it with 4 gigs. Okay, so first up, what we need to do is go to this website right here, and then you're going to click on download RAMDisk, and that's going to be the freeware version right there, and I'll have this website in the description. Alright, so once you've opened that, downloaded and installed that program, go ahead and open it up. I've already got it open here, and you want to set it to, these are the settings. You can do all these. You can set it to load and save whenever you shut down, and save it whenever you start it up. I'm not going to mess around with that right now. You can also, there's a few other things here, but I'm only going to mess with this page right here. So you're going to go ahead and I think you need at least 1 gigabyte. I mean, it really depends. If you're just using it for RS3 and you really don't have anything else on there, it's probably only going to be about a gigabyte at the max. But if you've got some other files on there and you've had your user data folder for a long time, it's going to be a bit larger. But I'm going to have this amount just to be safe. I'll go ahead and just change it to 1 gigabyte. But you're just going to go ahead and click Start RAMDisk. A few errors may come up here, but it still should work. And then this will pop up. It says new disk pretty much. So we're just going to close that for now. So go into here and click %appdata%. That's going to bring you up to this page. Go ahead and click back to app data. Click on local, and then click on Google, and then click on Chrome. Now this folder right here is where all those files are going to be stored, and that's where all the RS3 and all the Chrome files go. So that's what we need to put on the RAM disk. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and go to computer, and then open up our RAM disk. This is it right here. And just copy this folder and put it on the RAM disk. Alright, so now effectively we have the files that we need for the game on the RAM disk, but we need to tell Chrome where these files are. So go ahead and open up CMD, right click it, and run as administrator. Alright, so here's what you need to do. Type in mklink c/ and then you're going to go ahead, and if you don't know your file path, it's going to be wherever you have the user data folder, which is where I'm going to be, where I just showed you in the %appdata thing. So you just do users, whatever your username is, appdata, local, Google, Chrome, and then since it has spaces, you can just start typing it and then hit tab, and it'll fill it out for you. Then you're going to go ahead and go back to your other folder with the RAM disk, and then right here it says local disk F. So then just do F/use, and then just type tab, and then hit enter. And okay, it says access denied. Let me make sure I'm still recording. Yeah. So what we need to do is, before we do that, go ahead and change your user data file. So you want to keep this file on your computer, just so whenever you're not running the RAM disk, you can change this back and it won't mess up your Chrome. And you can still have all your old stuff, like if you have any extensions on Chrome and you want to keep those on there. So just change that to another name so the Chrome won't use that folder. Then go back and hit enter. So it says symbolic link created for all that. Alright, so now let's go ahead and test to see if it worked. So let's minimize all this. Don't close it yet. Go ahead and open up Google Chrome and go to RuneScape. And I think we can go ahead and test and see if it worked by now. Just go back over to your Chrome folder and hit refresh. And if Chrome didn't make another user data file here, then it should be using the one in your RAMDisk. So that's how you test to see if it's working. So then go ahead and go to beta, and then go to the beta. And I'll just black this out on my screen, guys. Alright, so hit play HTML5 beta, and then you're going to go ahead and click continue, and then it should load up the beta. It says it's storing large files on our computer. Let's go ahead and click OK and see what's going on here. Go back here and click refresh. Make sure it's not doing anything here. If it does mean that, then it probably just means you're using a newer user data file, and it means that one doesn't have the beta files loaded up on it. So alright, now it's loaded. Let me just change these graphics real quick. Make sure it's on alright. So obviously this is the first time it's loaded up on this user data file, so it's still, whoa. Alright, that's a little weird. You won't be able to see this, but it's loading up my, it's putting my stuff outside of the chat box. Alright, and guess I don't have to block out my IP here. At least I shouldn't. It may take a minute to load here, but I think overall this is going to be a little bit faster when you're loading stuff up. It may take a minute for it to do this since it's the very first time. Let's go ahead and go back here and make sure again that it's not loading these in the wrong place. Alright, so this is telling Chrome, it's making it think this is the thing, and so this redirects it to this file right here. And hopefully it's done it by now. Yes, it has. I don't think I'll need to block out that IP. Alright, so then it should start loading up. Again, this is the first time, so also it really does depend where you are. Some places are optimized a little bit better than others, and you're going to get better performance if you're in one of those better optimized areas. Just wait for it to load. Again, if you have a better graphics card, this is going to be a little bit faster. Still going to take some time, guys. I mean, it still is in the beta, but I think this does help significantly. Like whenever you open your bank, you'll be able to tell the difference how fast the items appear and stuff like that. And I think it does speed up the rendering times a little bit faster or better. But let's see here. Go ahead and finish loading it up. And what running it off your RAM does is it's going to make it a lot quicker because it's storing those files on your RAM, which is going to be you'll be able to load them up a lot faster if they're on a hard drive or probably even an SSD. And this is really weird, I'm not showing up here. Here we go, I think it's about to appear, hopefully. Again, this is the first time it's loading up on this file. Oh, let me turn these sounds off. Should be right here. You can see some gas over here. That is one bad thing about the HTML5 beta. When you go to certain places and you look on you have your render distance on very high, you're going to be able to see a lot of a large majority of the world, and it's going to look kind of odd because some things are just so close together. Alright, let's see how fast this loads. Alright, so here we are comparing it. I'm going to compare this to once I have it off the RAM disk and see how much longer it takes. So this is on the RAM disk. I'm going to pause and then go turn it off and show you guys again. Now it's probably not a fair test actually, so let me just pause and then do it all again. We're ready to go ahead and do the test. So this is going to be on the RAM disk. Let's go ahead and go down and see how long it takes to kind of load everything up. Now I do have the render distance on low, so it's a little bit quicker. Alright, it's loading up and it should be loaded now. Now obviously it won't be as fast the first time because it's never been saved onto your computer before, but once it has been, it's going to be a little bit quicker. Okay, so while I'm waiting, as you can see, I've shut down the RAM disk and I've deleted the user data symlink file. So you're going to go ahead and rename that back to user data so Chrome can use that again. Now obviously this is the same one that I had before that hadn't loaded up, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a chance to load up again, and then I'll show you guys the test. Okay guys, I'm back and I'm about to do the test off RAM disk. Go ahead and wait for this to load. I'm not sure how much of a difference this is gonna make, but I guess we're about to find out. I did notice it took a lot longer to load up the first time. I'm just curious to see how long it's going to take now. Now what's this? Alright. Let's go and find out. Alright, I don't think that was too much of a difference, but I think it mainly does it the first time. It's going to be quite a bit faster. Also kind of logging in the first time you log in. Let's see if I go down here if it changes anything. There we go. But yeah, I have noticed a very, not a humongous difference, but a very noticeable difference, and I think it really does make a difference. Now it's up to you if it's really worth the trouble to go through this every time you get on the beta, but it might be worth a try just to see how much it improves for your computer. If you have more RAM, it's going to be more of an improvement for you probably. But just whenever you're, make sure you do make a copy of that user data file, so whenever you're not using the RAM disk, you can change this back and you can use Chrome with the same files and not have a problem. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.